It starts with a childhood dream of representing your hometown on a football team of homegrown talent and being able to win with that talent. At the University of South Florida, those dreams become reality.
High school football here means so much, and there are so many players from the counties around Tampa. 400 players will sign in Division I in one class. This Bulls roster, 97 of their players are from the state of Florida. Basically every kid on this South Florida team is from Florida.
It's where student athletes, families, and communities across the state come together under one banner, where green and gold colors mean this is our team.
Oh man, home, 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 home.
Playing and living in the Bay Area, obviously living in the Bay Area, it's where people vacation, and this is my hometown.
A lot of us chose to stay here because that vision of playing in front of the Bay, having a crowd here in Tampa Bay and Raymond James Stadium, and doing that's a great feeling to be able to bring people back to Tampa Bay Stadium and to bring the community together and to be able to do that and say that you are from the Bay.
I feel like we just always have like a chip on our shoulder to make sure that, you know, we're the best, because here in Florida we all feel like we're the best, and you know, no matter what other states say, I think we have the best football here.
The culture of South Florida football is defined by the current senior class. They hold it in good hands.
Skated for Florida, for the city, for the state, you feel me? We out here, man.
With an administration dedicated to education and athletic excellence, all are ready to pass it to a new generation of Bulls who are eager to pick up that torch.
You look at us in the secondary, and we had 3 seniors back there with Nick, with Abraham, and with Fullwood. And the thing Nichols does is very vocal, get guys lined up, and played very well, and played within himself.
Who do you aspire to be? Where do you want to go? How do you get there? At the University of South Florida, we do it as a stampede.
And now he finds the open field.
Incoming 18-year-olds forging their path together, becoming men, not overnight, but over time.
Touchdown Bulls!
Under the national spotlight. A bond that resonates from teammates to the student body, to the alums, and throughout the Bay. The Bulls are not a one-time flash. We are here to stay. Because the word is out, your dreams can come true when you are Bull strong.
Norman when you look at Norman and look at his size, he's someone that developed himself. And the thing that he has done with Storm and what he's done is he's made himself so much better. And he's big, he carries a lot of weight, but still though, he can move with the weight and he can handle himself very well.
Bulls Strong, Inside USF Football, is presented by USF Health, by Tampa General Hospital, by the Florida Lottery, by AT&T, your world delivered, and by Hooters, get your game on, the original wing joint since 1983.
It was great to see Augie go and break the record, but a young man that is a very vocal leader. He cares so much about this program, and it means so much to him. And he has given so much to this program, and that's why he is so special.
With a couple of blockers. And there he goes, Sanchez. To the end zone, touchdown.
When you see players that are willing to give everything they got, which he did each and every week, the way he prepared, the way he carried himself, and was willing to do anything, not only to make himself better, but also to make the program better.
Every recruiting class is molded for a purpose, but you never know how a class will finish its run or the legacy it will leave behind. The 2014 class had a mission. It wasn't just to win games or be competitive. No, they came in with a purpose: to win championships, to dominate, and to change the identity of USF football. And they have succeeded in that. 3 straight winning seasons brought 3 consecutive bowl games. They set school records for most wins in a season, at one point winning 12 in a row. This high-scoring class also set new FBS records with 30 or more points in 24 straight games. It was a class that set nearly every individual and team record.
Game time, boy. Game time, prime time, boy.
This is a huge statement season. It begins tonight.
Flowers taking a shot, touchdown!
Back at Ranger.
It's caught. That's Tyree McCants.
He's going to go for that end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown, Flowers.
The Bulls started the season undefeated in 3 non-conference games. They opened conference play against Temple, with a sour taste in their mouths left over from a rare loss to the Owls a year ago. And quarterback Quentin Flowers would be lethal from the ground, scoring 2 touchdowns while passing Marlon Mack for most rushing touchdowns in school history. Revenge was sweet. The winning streak continued as they improved to 4-0. The streak continued against the likes of ECU, Cincinnati,
Moore wasn't looking, and he's going to be sacked way back at the 24.
and Tulane.
A long run for a touchdown.
And then they faced a tough Houston team at home. The Cougars grabbed a late pass in the final moments of the game, and USF fell for the first time. But these Bulls were not going to let that ruin their hopes for an historic season. They immediately bounced back the following week with a win over UConn. Marquez Valdez-Scantling shined as he tied the school record for the longest reception, taking it 95 yards to the house.
Can they catch him? No, they cannot.
Dearness Johnson became USF's all-time receptions leader among running backs with his 69th career catch. The records and wins would not stop there. Senior night against Tulsa had the Bulls ready to run again. Senior linebacker Augie Sanchez became the program's all-time leading tackler with his 378th career stop. Senior kicker Emilio Nadelman set a new record with his 20th field goal of the season. The win over Tulsa set them up for the battle on I-4 against rival UCF. The war on I-4 was a true war.
No better than this, man.
The game had all the makings of an instant classic, and that's exactly what the national audience got. Tyree McCants had a first half to remember.
Tyree McCants with space. And there goes Tyree McCants. Inside the 5 and in. What a touchdown. He can pick him up and put him down as he drags the UCF defender into the end zone.
As he set the USF single-game record with 227 receiving yards. Quentin Flowers broke his own record for total yards in a game racking up 605 yards while becoming the Bulls' all-time leader in career offense.
Flowers to the end zone. What a catch! Temi Alaka, touchdown Bulls!
With 11,385 yards.
Flowers has not been shy about using his feet to make it happen. Touchdown Bulls, and South Florida leads.
The Bulls gave it all to win this game.
Flowers has a man. It is caught.
And after back and forth scoring,
Touchdown Bulls!
UCF would get the game winner with under 2 minutes to play. The perfectionist attitude of this class would have them tell you they didn't end their careers the way they wanted. But in reality, this class did it all, shattering multiple records with the opportunity still of breaking 14 more. And they will have the chance to win back-to-back Birmingham Bowls. No, this class did do it all, setting the tone for the program and showing everyone that these Bulls are here to stay.
I love to be out here with these guys. I love playing football. I mean, I'm just so happy just to suit up every day.
He's one of those guys that can control a game and he can control a room. And he does that just by his whole demeanor. He doesn't say much, but guys just respect who he is because they watch how he plays, and he's very quiet in his approach to people, but he's a guy that has a lot of fun and the players really like.
AT&T is a proud sponsor of USF Athletics. Switch to AT&T Wireless and DirecTV today and stay connected all season long. AT&T, entertainment your way.
I call Emilio automatic because he's a young man that is small in stature, but he has a big heart and he's a big-time competitor.
Nadelman from 44 yards. What's that? His 5th field goal of the game. He's been the star in some ways.
Right here, man. This is basically where I grew up. I remember it like it was yesterday. I came in high school weighing at 156. I wasn't the biggest, I wasn't the fastest, I wasn't the strongest, but I was one of those kids who had heart.
The football chapters in Quentin Flowers' life story are incredible enough.
Touchdown Bulls, and South Florida leads. In the biggest game of Quentin Flowers' career, he has showed up and he is showing out.
But the personal chapters combine to make him one of the most remarkable stories, as well as one of the best quarterbacks in college football.
I had to work, made my own legacy.
Loved by his teammates. It's not just the numbers and the stats. You talk to everybody in that building, this is the guy who leads the way for South Florida.
A lot of people want to think a kid from Miami Jackson, at the next level, being the difference maker. And that's all I wanted to be. I didn't even want to be like nobody. I didn't want to follow nobody. I just wanted to be my own man, be my own self. And now you see it now that I'm at the University of South Florida, it's amazing. Can't say how much I love it.
As you look at the season that we had this year, we have a quarterback that is dynamic. Everyone talks about him, and sometimes he doesn't get the credit he deserves.
Why not us, man? Why not us?
Which is really hard to find nowadays, is a very unselfish football player, and that's what Q is. And the reason why we're sitting at 9-2 right now is because of the job that he's done.
Quentin Flowers fakes the handoff, dancing around in the backfield. So elusive, making the Tulane defense look silly.
Flowers, pop pass, touchdown.
Mack, end around. Flea flicker, Back to Flowers, deep ball, Bronson open. Touchdown, USF! Rasheed Bronson from 42 yards out. And how about the Bulls?
We had on white jerseys, one of the best jerseys we got, and we were going towards the student section. It was just a great feeling, just seeing that, you know, people you go to school with or your classmates and their friends just in the stands, just happy, cheering on. It was amazing.
I'm thankful. Thankful for everything that I do right now. It gets no better than this.
Relentless desire and commitment, along with a fierce determination to play the quarterback position, combined with passion and ambition. It made him not just a starter, not just a star, but the greatest USF player ever.
Houdini, that's the first thing come to my mind. Yo, he's a magician with the ball in his hand.
He set the tone for a team and a program with something to prove, with one final test ahead.
Quentin has been special. He's a special player and will be truly missed. And because you look at it now, for 3 years, he's been that guy. This is his last game, and it'll be hard to find someone who can follow in his footsteps. That's going to be very hard. Someone who's very dependable, someone who's physically and mentally tough.
Oh, touchdown!
Someone just smart, someone dependable, passionate about what he does. And that's what Quentin is, and he will continue to be successful just because of the person that he is.
Hey, man, listen up, man. Play for each other. Play for each other. We brought this out here. That's the only thing we got out here.
To all the USF fans, you know, I would tell them I appreciate them, I love them, and you know, it will always be Go Bulls.
Well, Jeremy was a player that had battled injury all year long. Didn't really get to practice for probably one day a week, but just the way he played and the way he prepared himself was unbelievable, because someone that you could always depend on and someone that was always going to give you his best. We call Abraham the general, and the reason why we call him the general is that he's steady, he's consistent. You know what you're going to get each and every game from him, and he's going to give you all that he has.
It's intercepted, though. This is Devin Abraham. He's got some room as well.
Bulls Strong, Inside USF Football, is presented by USF Health, by Tampa General Hospital, by the Florida Lottery, by AT&T, your world delivered, and by Hooters. Get your game on, the original wing joint since 1983.
Game day, baby. Game day.
It was great to see Bruce come on and play the way that he played this season.
Spin move and spun down. Bruce Hector.
You think about Sanat, and then you have Bruce. You have two guys that are really good friends. They're making one better than the other. And it was just, I was so happy to see Bruce have the year that he had. There's a young man there is a really strong leader, and I always tell him someday you're gonna be a politician or you're gonna be whatever you want to be, because he's someone that is really locked into what his future is, what he wants to do with his future, and he's gonna be successful.
Play fake. Here comes pressure. He's hit the ball loose. South Florida's gonna win.
It's all over. Mike Love with the hit. And the Bulls have won the Birmingham Bowl in overtime.
And when I was in the Big 12, Texas Tech was always a team that gave you a lot of issues.
I'm a huge fan of Coach Strong. Followed them closely this year. I have a ton of respect and admiration for him.
I feel like we're up for a really, really, really big challenge, and we wouldn't want any other way.
But I'm really excited about facing Texas Tech.
And that we always got to stay in attack mode.
Second down, handoff, straight up the middle, big hole and big gain. 30, 20 for Tice, touchdown. From Norman, Chevanek to throw, got a man there and a touchdown.
You look at the season that we had this year, and we have an unbelievable group of seniors.
Leave it all on the field. Lay it all on the line, whatever it is you have to give, just give it every play. We stay within our game plan and stick together.
Dives! Yet they say touchdown on the play.
You have a chance to, like you said, make history. With 2 10-win seasons in a row.
We can play with anybody. Prepared, got to become mentally focused, and just be prepared for a battle.
Looking forward to it, man. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a really good one.
And I know this, that he's done an unbelievable job. It's going to be a well-coached team, and it's going to be an exciting game.